Hi everyone, it's Heather here from Diamonds and Dragonflies. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be the first of a new series that I'm hoping to be offering on my channel called Frankly It's Friday. Yeah, I know a lot of people do whip-in chats, and I started with doing that, and I don't want to copy off of everybody else, so I was trying to come up with something that I could do that was original, and this seemed to kind of fit. So that is what I'm going to do. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you. So please hit the subscribe button. It would also be wonderful if you enjoy this video, if you can hit the thumbs up and let me know that you liked it. Please feel free to leave comments, things you like, things you don't like. If you want to join in the conversation that I'm having for Frankly It's Friday. I also want to, I'm going to showcase some items that I'm using, some accessories, the companies that they're from. I will link them in the description. And I'm going to actually be highlighting and showcasing something completely not diamond painting related, but that I got in the mail this week that was really awesome. One of the things I want to show is a project that I did, a little mini project. Let me see if I can get the whole thing in here. Isn't this adorable? I went looking to see if I could find a calendar, 12-month calendar, that you could diamond paint the pictures on. Well, I couldn't find that. So if you happen to know of one that exists, please mention it in the comments and let me know, because I would love to find one. But instead, I did come across this company on Amazon that makes these for every month of the year. So I bought for October, November, and December, and so I whipped this out yesterday, and I'm like, it's the 5th of October, maybe I want to get this done. So I went and did this. It took me about an hour, maybe a little more than that, to get it finished, but I thought it was absolutely adorable. Of course, it has gnomes, and you will come to know that I love gnomes, and I thought it was so cute that it has these little spiders, and that they have drills in them too. So I love this. I'm going to hang it on my door to my diamond art room, and I just wanted to share. So there is my little special project. I am going to go ahead and share the other item that is not diamond painted related at all. My cousin, who just recently moved back to the area, she's been living in Mississippi. Her and her daughters, she has 2 daughters. I want to say they're 16 and 14. I could be wrong. Mia might be 15, but I'm not positive. And Mia has been making scrunchies by crocheting. She's been crocheting scrunchies. And my cousin Stacy and her daughter Ava have been making jewelry. Now, I'm pretty sure that the jewelry I received, Stacy made, but I know that they have both made jewelry together. And I'm waiting to hear back from her if she has any social media page where she has items that she has for sale on or not. If she does, I will be posting that. If you don't see anything, please just leave me a comment, and I can find out how you can get in touch with her if you're interested in buying something that she might have. So it's actually kind of funny. I used to wear scrunchies all the time, and about 6 years ago, when we moved from Maryland to Pennsylvania, I cut all my hair off. I was working in an art studio. I was the office manager at an art studio. I was teaching art club to kids and doing birthday parties, and my hair was longer, and it was just always in my way, and I couldn't take it anymore. So I chopped it all off. Well, I have kept it short up until last year, and I decided that I wanted to grow it back out again. So my hair has finally gotten long enough that I can pull it back and up, and it's actually gotten so long that it's in my face while I'm diamond painting, etc. And I was like, I don't have anything to pull it back with anymore, and money's been tight, and I didn't want to rush out to the store and try and buy something. And then I happened to see that my cousin posted that her daughter was crocheting and making scrunchies and selling them, and I'm like, okay, this is perfect. One, they were right in my price range, and two, what better way than to support I guess she's my second cousin, but to support this kid that was trying to be entrepreneurish and make some extra money for herself. So I bought these scrunchies. These are the smaller ones. She's currently selling them for $3 each. I got these two in particular because they are Redskins / Commanders colors, and if you know anything about me, you know that I am a huge Redskins fan. So they were perfect. Plus, they're very fallish. Black, which can go with everything, plus be part of the Commanders. And then I got a white one for if I'm wearing some weird color or whatever. And then I got an olive green one because it was very seasonal. And I thought that I have a lot of cream colored shirts, and I'm like, okay, that would be perfect to go with jeans, a cream colored shirt, and then to add a splash of color. So I got those. So thank you, Mia. I absolutely love them. I had the gold one in my hair all day yesterday because we played the Chicago Bears last night. I don't want to talk about it because it was miserable to see us lose to a team that was 0-4. So yeah, I don't want to talk about it. And then she makes bigger ones, and these are more of like that chenille kind of yarn, and I just thought these were gorgeous. So I got these too. These are $5. These larger ones, they are so soft. It's like I just want to rub them against my face. They're so soft. I think my hair needs to get a little longer and thicker for me to use these. They're kind of big for how thin my hair is now and the length of it is right now. But I just love them, and they are super, super soft. So thank you, Mia. Thank you very much. They are awesome, and I will be purchasing more. So just know that. Okay, then the jewelry. I am really hoping that my daughter is not going to watch this video because these are actually presents for her for Christmas. So shh, let's not say anything to her. So I don't want to take them out of the package because she wrapped them so adorably in this little like tool bag. But I got, let me see if I can bring you in a little closer. Nope, that took you farther away. There we go. So these are the one pair of earrings that I got, and it's kind of hard to tell, but it is a green stone that's inside there. But I thought she would really like those. And then I got her these earrings that are stars, and I just thought they were gorgeous and that she would really, really like those. Let me try and get them down here better and see if they show up better. There you go. So, and then I got her this necklace that the minute I saw it, I just knew that it was Emily. So yeah, so those are going to be Christmas presents. So Emily, if you do happen to watch this, please block it out of your mind. Okay, thanks. So let me get these out of the way because the last thing I want to do is sit the scrunchies on my adhesive on my kit. So let's get started with diamond painting, and we can talk about, frankly, Friday. Let me make this back out. There we go. All right. So I am still working on 4 Crows of the Apocalypse. If I can figure out how to insert a picture here of the whole canvas and what I have done so far, I will do that. I am going to try and just show you with the sticker here. I am now down to like this lower corner. So that is all I have left. I have a little part of this leg, this whole leg, and then the background and some of the leaves and stuff. So this corner is this. So that is what I am currently working on. Area. I am hoping to finish this today or at the latest tomorrow. It's a little ambitious because it is a decent size area, but I really want to get it done because I have so many kits that I bought for Halloween that I want to do for Drills and Chills, and October 31st is creeping up. All right, so the accessories I'm using today, I have my Bella Art Caddy, which I don't think I use it like most people do. It is the stretch caddy because it will hold and contain a max tray, but I use it to hold all of my accessories. This is my trash drawer container, and it is magnetized. There are magnets built in and then removable magnets so that you can attach it like you do a cover minder to hold your drill tray. I think that on a normal basis, I have my drill tray or my easel canted too much that all of my drills in my tray tend to run to the bottom. So I use it on the table next to me to hold all of my stuff. So that's what works for me. The 2 pens I'm using are my 2 recent pens that I just got from Jim's Handmade Pen Shop. My Halloween one, and then this one kind of has a spooky feeling to me too. It's the purple, bluish gray silver. I have a 4-placer in this one and a 6-placer in that one, plus then of course the single placers. Got my Diamond Art Club tweezers, nobody cares about that. The putty I'm using today is from Randa's Crafty Corner, and this is the Bartlett Pear Cider. It smells amazing. So this is what I'm going to be putting in my multi-placer. And then for my single placer, I'm using Randa's Hard and Sticky Pumpkin Pie. So we're going to sit that out to the side. And as you can see, my light board came on. That is the problem I always have when I'm working on the side because I keep hitting that. I know they make like covers to put over it so that stops. I need to get one of those. And then this project, I actually kitted the entire project up into my Bella Art Dana Cole trays. And one of the huge benefits to that is the fact that then I don't have to quote unquote find and open a new drill color, because all I have to do is open the tray and there it is. So this is the 3.1 Easy Max Grid Tray, I think it is. It might just be the Easy Max Grid Tray, so don't quote me on the 3.1 or whatever. I'm going to freshen up my putty here a little and put a little fresh putty on the top. I was having so much trouble with my putty yesterday, and I think that it was because it had been cool and it's been really muggy the past like 2 days, and so I think the humidity is wreaking havoc on my putty. So I gotta figure that out, or if I just have to learn to suck it up. Hopefully, it's like I am a winter kid. I love winter. I would so much rather be cold than hot because you can pile on more and more layers, but you can only take so much off before it's indecent exposure. So I am really looking forward to the weather getting cooler. I'm not ready to go to the lengths that I need to wear like a heavy winter coat, but it would be nice if I could just be that I could wear jeans and a long sleeve shirt and go out and be fine and get rid of all this humidity. So that's what I would like to see happen, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Okay, so frankly, it's Friday. This week has basically been an emotional downward spiral for me. I used to work for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I started out working for the Department of Corrections, and I worked with them for almost 3 years and worked from home during the pandemic. And when we were to return to the office in August of 2021, I kind of had a nervous breakdown. Anxiety set in, and I was having a whole lot of trouble dealing with it. Then the end of August, our ceiling collapsed in my son's room, followed by our bedroom, due to a leaking roof and water damage. that just pushed me over the edge. I wasn't handling being back in the office well, to start with, and then I had this major catastrophe happening, and I needed to be calling people and trying to get my roof fixed. And please ignore the mess that I'm making here. It was a whole thing. And frankly, my homeowner's insurance was being very difficult and taking forever to issue us any type of payment to start getting the repairs done. It wasn't until, you guys are going to die when I tell you this, it literally wasn't until February of 2022 that we actually got our roof fixed and replaced and everything taken care of. I know, that's utterly insane. The worst part about it was, of course, that every time it rained, it did more and more damage. My son had books that were damaged. We had some furniture that was damaged. It was a whole thing. And it was very, very frustrating, very upsetting, and I just could not deal. I went out on short-term, which turned into long-term disability for mental health reasons. If you have watched my other Whip and Chat, I have stated the fact that I suffer from depression, anxiety, and I have been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. I do not do well with rejection. I have feelings of abandonment, and just I get easily overwhelmed when there is multiple things that are stressful and that are not going right happening. Things that are out of my control. I kind of start to lose it. I did interview for a full telework position, got a job, and went back to work in January of 2022, working for the Department of Revenue. That was going pretty well. I was having some difficulty when I had to deal with some of my coworkers. As long as I was kind of like left alone and was able to do my own thing, it was all good. Needless to say, it came that we were switching systems. I was expected to report to the office for basically 3 months for training, and training that was very easily capable of being done online. It was not something that needed to be done in person. And the scope of my job was changing, that yes, I did have to occasionally talk to a constituent, but I got to do it on my terms. I could either email them or, if I needed to, call them, but I could decide basically and prepare myself for that conversation. Because one of the main issues and something that I have great difficulty with is social interaction. We were going back to a live call system. So taxpayers were going to be calling, my phone was going to be ringing all day long, and I was going to have to be helping these people. Well, I'm sure you can guess, we all know that if someone is going to all the trouble and lengths to contact the State Department of Revenue about their tax returns, it's because they can't figure out, it's a last resort. They can't figure out the new online system, and so they are left with no option to call, or they are the kind of person, they are potentially no offense, no ageism here, but they are potentially older and not familiar with technology, have a computer or any of that, and be able to do things online like that. And that's fine. And I understand that. I am not the person that you want to talk to. I get very easily frustrated, especially if I feel like my time is being wasted, because, you know, it's like the person that goes and says, for example, oh, my monitor's not working. Well, is it plugged in? Oh. No. Okay, thanks. You know, or did you turn the power on? Oh, it has a separate power button. Oh, sorry, didn't realize that. You know, it's those, you know how they say there's no such thing as a stupid question? That does not apply to someone who has borderline personality disorder, because there very well is stupid questions to someone who suffers from borderline personality disorder. Sorry, that's just how it is. I'm working on it. I'm working on not having that frustration, but you know what? It's a lifelong struggle, and I'm not there yet. And some days I'm there less than other days. So anyway, in September of 2022 was the last day that I worked. I am on and receiving long-term disability benefits from my benefits that I had, and I have been working on getting approved for Social Security disability. They've really been dicking me around. I mean, this is frankly Friday, so I'm going to be frank. I had recently received my second denial letter. My initial request was denied, which I heard that happens to pretty much everyone. So I did what's called a reconsideration, because when I got my denial letter, they're like, well, you are denied because your diabetes is not progressed enough to the fact of organ damage. Duh. Knew that. Who cares? Did not file for disability due to my diabetes. So why are we even bringing this up and talking about it? So that was irritation number one. So I file the reconsideration. I get my denial letter, and my denial letter goes and says, well, we didn't receive any updated information from your mental health provider, and so we don't even know if you're still seeing a mental health provider, so we are denying you. I've also had back surgery and have discovered that I have significant degenerative disc disease in my spine. We took care of the cervical, which I shouldn't say take care of it, because I am still having neck pain. I'm still having upper back pain. I'm still having both arms go numb. So I am having a nerve study done for my arms, and I'm having a scoliosis x-ray done this upcoming Monday to see what my surgical options are for my mid-back, for the thoracic area. Well, when you file for disability, you have to inform them of all of your doctors and everything that's wrong with you. So my second denial letter goes, oh, well, we didn't get any information from your mental health provider. And all of the documentation for your back, which could potentially qualify you, happened after the 22nd of September. So you would have to file a new claim if you were filing for those reasons. Okay. So, of course, first gut reaction, I get this letter. They say they didn't get anything from my mental health provider, is, what the hell is my therapist doing? Why did she not send this in? You know, and that's where my anger went. So my next session with her, which was last Tuesday at the time, I'm like, look, why didn't you do this? Blah, 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 blah. She's like, okay, I know we sent stuff to Social Security, but I'm going to look into it. So she comes back this week, and Emma, I know you're not watching this, but I love you and I'm sorry for the way I acted, and it was not her fault whatsoever, nor was it the practice that I go to. They never got a request. My therapist talked with the office manager, like, what is the typical procedure when you get a request for medical records? And her response was, they fax over a request, followed by an email stating that they faxed over a request. We did not get a faxed request. We did not get an email, because the way their system is set up is that if they get a fax request for information from me, it automatically goes into my electronic record. If they receive an email that has my information in it, that automatically goes into my electronic medical record. They have a request from October of 2022 when I first applied, but they had nothing for the appeal, which was filed in March of 2023. So my therapist goes on and asks the lovely Sarah, well, what happens if they send a request and they don't get anything? She's like, they become obnoxious as hell. No, those are not her words, they are mine. But basically she stated the fact that they will start blowing up their fax machine with multiple daily requests for the information. They will start calling repetitively until they get what they want. None of that happened. From March to September, so we're talking 6 months here, not one phone call, not one email, not one fax request. They never contacted me and said, hey, we're having difficulty reaching your provider. Could you please verify, our contact information for them? Can you potentially, contact them and let them know? Didn't let me know. I didn't know nothing until I got this letter that they had not been able to reach them. Worst part is that the Wednesday after Labor Day, I don't have a calendar in front of me, so I don't remember what that date was, but I had to go in to their office for a 15-minute mental health assessment. 15 minutes, people. 15 minutes. Why didn't they say, oh, by the way, are you still seeing a therapist? Because we didn't get any records from them. Updated records. Nope, didn't say a word. Not one stinking word. So they go and they deny me without making sure that they had the records for what I was applying for in the first place. Okay. I'm pissed off now. I'm pissed off. I am livid. I hate it when people can't do their freaking job. How hard would it have been to send me an email? Hey, we're having difficulty. We have not received anything, etc., etc., etc. So there was rejection number one. My husband and I are getting ready to celebrate our 18th wedding anniversary. I think I actually said 17 in another video. I was wrong. I was off a year. My husband and I are having severe marital problems. We have been sleeping in separate bedrooms. Talk of separating, talk of divorce has been brought up, and hello, I have borderline personality disorder. I have severe abandonment issues, so I'm not doing well with this. Trigger, 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 trigger. Things have been very strained. So I'm constantly having that feeling of rejection. Now I've added the rejection from Social Security yet again. Prudential calls, they are my long-term disability provider. In the state of Pennsylvania, you can only receive long-term disability for mental health reasons for 24 months. November of 2023 will be 24 months. I was approved until January of 2024 and was told that in October/November of 2023, they would start a reevaluation to see whether or not my claim was going to be continued. However, they are now taking into consideration my back issues, which have happened after being out, but it still doesn't matter. It is still a disability issue. And potentially my disability could be changed from mental health reasons to physical reasons. And then if that were to happen, I would qualify as long as I remain disabled. And you can't fix degenerative disc disease. There's no cure. There's no way to fix it. So that's not going to get better. If that is the case, then I potentially would be able to receive long-term disability benefits until I qualify for Social Security, regular Social Security. So now I have that stress and worry. Have I made progress? Somewhat. Am I in a position where I can go back to work? No. My therapist says, no. If someone can find me a job that I can do where I don't ever have to physically see and talk to someone, whether that be in person, whether that be on the phone, email is fine. But I need a job that I can do where I don't ever have to talk to another human being. That I can do from home, where I don't have to be around other people. And I don't have to have any form of social interaction, whether it's pleasure or business. People, I have one friend that I talk to. She gets me. She understands. I don't know what I would do without her. I can't deal with people and their bullcrap. I'm sorry, I just can't. It's not that I don't want to. I want to have a lot of friends. I want to be able to work. I love my job. I loved what I did. And it was all fine and dandy until you wanted me to come back into the office. And then you said, oh, and by the way, you're going to have to talk to people that your phone is just going to be blowing up all day long. And you need to talk to these people all day long. Yeah, no, not happening. I am an administrative assistant, secretary, whatever you want to call me. That's what I do. I don't know any position that I can do that and never have to talk to somebody, whether it be in person or on the phone. So if you can come up with a job with my skill set that I can do without having to do that, yay! I'm right there. Please let me know. So that has been looming on me. So I was feeling pretty depressed over the weekend. My husband and I had a fight. My love language is physical touch. And my husband and I aren't even sleeping in the same bed together. So there is no hugging, there is no kissing, there is no hand holding, there is no physical interaction between the two of us at all. I was on empty. I completely came crashing down. I'd been trying to hold it together for so long, and I just couldn't do it anymore. It was too much. Not to mention that we are also in default on our mortgage, and we are trying to save our house. So I have that all going on in the back of my mind as well. So yeah, it's a whole thing. I think we've got saving the house figured out. We worked out a payment plan. We should be square by December. We got behind because my husband went out on short-term disability October of last year, and we expected for him to receive short-term disability payments. Well, they denied him. Something about a pre-existing condition. So I don't know. But regardless, that didn't happen. So we lost his income for 3 months. He was out from October till he went back to work the beginning of February. So that was the whole thing. So yeah. So I just kind of turtled. I started staying up really, really late. I'm still doing that. I started having to take my, I take lorazepam as needed. Well, like I hadn't taken any, or like only like had one pill or something, like primarily for the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. I've been popping them like they're candy. Not abusing them, just having to take them on a daily basis. Because I just can't deal. My son said something very harsh, insensitive to me on Monday, and that was, Sunday, and that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. No, Monday. I was right. It was Monday. I'm very close with my youngest daughter, and she's killing it. She's just killing adulting. She's working 2 jobs. She's a graduate student, but she lives in West Virginia now. She was home Labor Day weekend. She is coming home for a weekend in October. I am not really going to be able to see her. I will get to see her briefly the day she leaves, because she is coming home to help and attend her father's annual Halloween party. My kids are from a previous marriage. So, oh yay, I finished the black in that area. Yay, no more 310 right now. Okay, so we need to switch colors. Just as a side note, this is why I love kitting up into my Bella trays. Lid's on. That's not going anywhere. That's on tight. I can put that off to the side, and then I can say, okay, I'm going to do the little slant, and look at that, it's right there. Nothing to pour into another kit, nothing to dump, or then have to re-pour. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so my daughter coming home, not going to see her for very long. This was the first summer that she didn't come home for the summer. She came home for a week after she graduated with her bachelor's degree at the beginning of the year. Actually, no, she did not come home because grad school started like immediately. we went to see her and help her move into her grad housing. She's living in an apartment, but it is on campus. It is still on campus housing, but it is like an apartment complex, which is actually really, really cool. So she didn't come home. She came home for a week, near the beginning of August, in between summer school ending, because she took a grad class over the summer, and the clinic that she works in on campus, which is one of her 2 jobs, was closed. So she came home for, like, I guess it was like 9-10 days that she came home. And then she did come back like a month later for an extended weekend over Labor Day. But there's no more, like, she's not coming home for the whole month of December, once the semester ends, because she's working. And quite frankly, she doesn't get paid if she takes off, and she needs the money. So will she be home for my birthday, which is the 23rd of December, and Christmas? Most likely, yes. But she's probably only going to be home from like the 22nd, 23rd till New Year's. I don't even know that she's going to be able to be home for that long. It makes me sad. She has evening classes 3 nights a week. So she's at work all day because she's working part-time but full-time hours during the day. Like, she gets off at 3:30 Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but Monday and Wednesday she has class at 6 o'clock. So she gets off work, she has to drive home, she has to decompress from her day at work, she has to make something to eat, she has to take care of my granddog Juno, who lives with her on campus, and then she has to go to class. Tuesdays, she doesn't get off until 5:30, and then she has class at 6. So, yeah. So she doesn't have a whole lot of free time. Haven't really been able to talk with her too much. She's been having a problem where somebody stole her identity. And so we've been having to cancel her credit cards, get new credit cards issued, file fraud reports. It's just been a whole thing. So it's been very stressful as well. I am trying not to put too many personal social demands. And my washi tape here looks like it slid, and it is covering up some of my drills. Oh, we need to fix this. Oh my goodness. Come on, ghosties. But once again, borderline personality disorder people, I don't always have control over that or can deal with the feeling of being abandoned and people not being there for me when I need it. Yes, I know that sounds selfish. Yes, I'm not happy that I have this disorder. I'm not happy that I have this feeling and this need. But, I'm my own whip. I am my own work in progress mentally. So, it is what it is. So let's see what else has been going on. Let's talk football for a minute. The Commanders, God, I hate calling them that. They are the Redskins, people. Deal. If the Indians don't have a problem with it, why do the white man? Don't know. Don't care. I hate it. Anyway. they'd been killing it. For the first time in like 12 years or something, we won all 3 of our preseason games. We were 2-0, had won our first 2 games. And then last Sunday, we played the Bills, and we were getting stomped. We made a major comeback, managed to tie up the game, went into overtime, and just couldn't get it done. Okay, we were playing the Bills. The Bills are like killing it again this year. They are so formidable of a team. And at the time, our quarterback had played that was his 4th professional football start. Come on, guys, give him a break. And Sam Howell played a hell of a game. They just outplayed us. It wasn't really that we made any mistakes or that we were playing like crap. It just, they just outplayed us. We did a great job. It is what it is. Well, it turned out to be a short week for us in that we played last night against the Bears. Everybody went into the game saying, we got this. Oh, you know what? I got my weeks mixed up. We played the Bills week before last and lost. And then we played the Eagles. And that was the game that we came back and tied it up. Not the Bills. I apologize. And then went into overtime. See, I have no memory anymore. It's just gone. So anyway, the Bears were 0-4. Everyone's like, and we played at home. The Commanders have this. It's a no-brainer. We're going to win. Try again. We got within 1 score of tying it. Nope. Just didn't happen. And then they ended up actually scoring again, and we ended up losing by 17 points. We had been down 17 points. We made 10 points back. That we were only down 7. And yeah. Couldn't help but feel after watching the game last night, because quite frankly, our defense was like, okay, where the hell are you? Did you just not bother to show up? Did you decide you had better things to do than play football and stop the other team? I mean, come on. So, yeah. So that was kind of a big bummer. I ended up being up last night till 5:30, diamond painting. And then I got woken up a little after 10 by my son because his federal student loans, he has to start paying them this month. He applied for an income-driven repayment plan, and he is already paying on 2, well, actually, I guess you could say 6 private student loans on top of his federal loans. We were really hoping that the $20,000, he would have gotten $20,000 forgiven if the student federal loan thing that Biden wanted to do had gone through. So that was a really big kick in the teeth that they ended up saying, no, you can't do that. So yeah. So he finally heard back from them that yes, he is approved for the plan. However, this is what your new payment is. and it's only $60 less. He is currently paying $1,800 a month to his private student loans, which we already knew that was going to go up because 4 of his loans that he has are on what's called a graduated repayment program. So they, for 1 year, had temporarily reduced the amount he owed. Well, he's been paying on them since December, so come December, those payments are going up. And now he has to start paying $282, I think it is, a month starting next week to the federal student loans. So he is going to be paying over $2,000 a month in student loan debts. My son graduated from Virginia Tech with a degree in architecture in May of 2022. He started a job at an architecture firm on June 1st of 2022 and is making starting salary $55,000 a year. He lives at home. He lives with his father. He does have a 45-minute commute to his job, but he is not paying rent. And his student loan payments take up one entire paycheck plus a portion. He gets paid twice a month, plus a portion of his other paycheck. He did not have a car, and he needed a car because, like I said, he's got a 45-minute commute. So he has a car payment. His car insurance, of course, went up because he was only paying for car insurance to drive my car occasionally. Now, of course, he's driving his car all the time, and he has a 52-mile one-way commute every day. So he's got a car payment, his cell phone payment, his car insurance payment, paying $2,000 to student loans, over $2,000 to student loans. That amount is actually even going to go up again. And he has credit card debt. Well, at this rate, he's not going to be able to move out and live on his own for like 15 years until he's done paying these loans off. So it's just insane. And my son has a lot of debt. However, he's never missed a payment. He has always paid his bills on time. But because of his debt to income ratio, his credit score's taken a hit because of that. The frustrating part is that he is one of those people that could greatly benefit from a debt consolidation loan to lower his interest rates. But because he has a low credit score due to the amount of his debt, no one will give him one at a decent rate, which is asinine, because it's not like he's adding this debt. He's taking the debt he already has, he's consolidating it, so he's paying it off to all of the creditors. Yes, he's going to have the debt then added to the new creditor, but it's been removed from the old creditor, and his payments are lower, his interest rate is lower, So he's going to be able to pay it off faster and can even pay more per month because it's going to be less than what he's paying now. But of course he can't get the loan. Very, very frustrating. You know, people with perfect credit don't need debt consolidation loans. So he got a second job. So not only does he work 40 hours a week with a 104 round trip commute every day, Monday through Friday, but now he's working 16 hours a week at Walmart as a secondary job, just so he can pay all of his bills. And he's been working on trying to pay down his credit card debt. But now the money that he was using to do that from the secondary job is now going to go to paying this new federal student loan. Yeah. So that's a whole thing. So guys, frankly, it's Friday. The week has sucked. And all I can do is go into the weekend and hope and pray that the weekend is going to be better. Plans for the weekend. Tomorrow, we have to take 2 of our 3 dogs to the vet for their 6-month checkup. So we have that tomorrow, late afternoon. I think 4 o'clock is their appointment. So we have that late afternoon tomorrow. We don't have a football game to watch because they played last night. So I do think the last episode of Wheel of Time came out last night or tonight or something. So I think tonight, my husband and I are still doing things together. It's just, it's a whole thing. It's very complicated. And quite frankly, it's Friday and I don't want to get into it any more than I already have. So I do think that we are going to watch episode 7 and 8 and finish off the Wheel of Time tonight. I have to look to see, I don't know if we watch SEAL Team and Fire Country on Paramount Plus, and I need to look to see if either of them have restarted for this season or not. So I do need to do that. We still need to watch Ahsoka on Disney Plus. So yeah. So we have a few things that we're looking at and that, you know, we want to watch. We want to watch Rabbit Hole with Kiefer Sutherland. We started watching Special Ops Lioness with Zoe Saldana. There's a whole bunch of, like, we want to watch Extraction 2 movie. There's some other ones I think that I can't think of off the top of my head right now. We had talked about starting to rewatch the Saw movies because Saw 10 is out. We need to go to the theater and watch that. So yeah. So I just finished yet another color in this border. So on that note, I am going to bid you all an adieu. Frankly, it's Friday. And hopefully the week will go better. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for staying with me. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I would love it if you did. It is a brand new channel. This will be my 3rd video. I would appreciate the love. I hope you decide to stick around with me. I have an Instagram page that I also post on, so I will be putting a link to that in the description. And stay with me for all things diamond painting and real life. And hopefully next week I will be showing you that this is done. And I will be starting my 5th canvas, hopefully then, for Drills and Chills that runs through October 31st. So if you haven't signed up for Drills and Chills and you want to, please go to their Facebook page or just put in hashtag Drills and Chills 2023 on Instagram and you can find it. And it is not too late to sign up and join. There are weekly prizes, plus then grand prizes. So take care. Have a great weekend. And see you later. Bye.